Okay, we are back. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with my lovely and talented co-host, the one with a smile on her face today and her nose into her phone, but that's besides one. It's Andrea Kay. We have Stephanie Murphy from the office of Al Arias here, and we have Urban Miaris on the other side of the phone with our first interview today. I want to welcome Mr. Roy Paulson from Paulson Manufacturing.
Thank you so much for inviting me today.
Great. Well, tell us a little bit about Paulson Manufacturing. What is it that you do, and what makes you so special?
Well, thanks. I tell people all the time that they've seen my products their whole lives. They just didn't know that we made them. So if you see a fireman and he has a clear face shield on his helmet as he comes rushing into the building, those shields were made by Paulson Manufacturing. In fact, they were invented by Paulson Manufacturing many years ago by my father.
Interesting. So you have a lot of, I assume everything's patented?
Not everything is patented, but in fact, after this radio show, after lunch, I'm going to go see my patent attorney here in San Diego. Yes, Mr. Larry Maxim, and it's so important to have that close relationship. In fact, I sometimes wonder, do I have a closer relationship with my patent attorney or my tax attorney?
Okay. Well,
I thought you were going to say my patent attorney or my wife, but
that's where my mind went.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so tell us a little bit, what type of equipment do you manufacture in more specific?
Certainly, it's all different types of eye and face safety equipment, and this eye and face safety equipment ranges everything from blood splash at the hospital to IED protection for our soldiers in the war.
Wow! So you've had you've supplied the soldiers from the Gulf War, from all that type.
Yes, really, my big heavy involvement with the government started about 30 years ago when I took my first military research and design contract to develop a new product for use on aircraft carriers for firefighting. And I've had a good relationship with them ever since. I've done a lot of military research, and I provide a lot of product to them. In fact, we have a large shipment that will be leaving out of our factory on Friday this week that are going to be then dispersed out throughout the troops.
Right. What a tremendous honor that must, feel to be able to participate like that for our nation.
There's an honor associated for sure, but there was a lot of effort that we put in, and I learned a lot in the sense of that working with them and working with all the PhDs that they have to develop new products and learning what the requirements are really helped and stimulated our business, and it helped develop my own capacity for research and development, which we continue 24 hours a day.
That's interesting. I never really thought of it in terms of a collaborative process between a subcontractor for a product like this and the government. That's interesting.
It's very collaborative, and once you've gained their trust through experience and time, they will let you into their innermost thoughts. Same thing with working with the U.S. government. I have a lot of experience there, and in fact, I had to get a secret clearance in national security to be able to continue to do that work that I do for the U.S. government.
How exciting!
Yeah, it is. And you're not just a local company. You started locally, but you pretty much are around the globe now.
What we did is we started locally, developed ourselves vertically, so that when we say that in manufacturing, vertically means that we do everything from the design to the tooling, all of the manufacturing, warehouse, and distribution. That's a vertical organization, which we had done here in the U.S. And then we had worked internationally as just kind of offhand basis. We took orders occasionally. Then a little over 12 years ago, we decided to really attack that market. And, here I was working in the U.S., and I was getting all this competition coming in from outside the U.S. on my products. And I was playing defense. And if you knew me, you know I don't like defense. I like to play offense.
Is that because you're built like a lineman? Is that what that is?
No, it's there's a lot related to that story.
Okay.
But I really like offense. And so I said, I'm going to turn this thing around. Why would I be concerned about selling stuff? People in China making stuff and ripping me off. I'm going to go start selling stuff in China, which I've very successfully done. I ship there on a regular basis.
Awesome.
My last communication with China was last night by email talking about the plans for this year.
How do you compete with China?
Not a problem. It's not a problem to compete with China. You have to go to China, first of all. You're not going to compete there sitting on your you-know-what.
Yeah.
You have to go there. You have to find out what it is that they're looking for. And in the case of my safety products, they say to me, the Chinese people say to me, they don't trust the safety equipment made in China to be what it's supposed to do. They trust American products. They love American products.
Interesting.
And I don't discount. I get to sell at full price, full boat, but I deliver on time, as I do all my customers. I get to them what they need, what they want, and now I'm developing customized products that are going to be used in China just for their markets.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah,
You're listening to Close Up on Sandy
do you have any fear?
AM 1450, a Bloomberg radio station, streaming live on the web at financialnewsandtalk.com. Give us a tweet at Close Up SD or find our page on Facebook. We want to hear from you. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with the co-hosts Andrea Kay, Urban Miaris, and Stephanie Murphy.
Yeah. Do you have any fear of the Chinese market copying your product? They don't view intellectual property the same way we do.
I could tell you, I was in China, and I went to their largest trade show for safety equipment. Then somebody had not only copied everything that I had in my product line, but they even copied my name. So the name of the company was Paulson. And
oh, my goodness.
I stood in their booth, and I just laughed. It didn't bother me one whit, because everything that you produce and ship will eventually be copied if it's a good item. So I have to always be developing new products. And so if I'm in this innovation spiral where you're always on the front edge of it, you let them copy your stuff that's behind, and you just don't care.
You just keep moving. Were you flattered? Because that's supposed to be the highest form of flattery.
I don't know if I'd go there, but
yeah, I don't know if I was flattered, but I did laugh. And I did wish, in myself, I wish that they had done a better job of copying it.
Right.
But I have actually seen in other places around